Yeah.
That's a tough beginning to a story. You handled your business, and I respect that.
And I wanted to change it into something positive.
Okay, baby Jesus, I see you standing up, shorty, moving around. It's cool. I like how you trying to walk. That's crazy. He like literally picking himself up and like walking across the sidelines of it. Like, you doing good. Good boy. You know how when you swim in the pool, but you like, for him, that's a big step. Like, him trying to move us, like, on the side, like, the side of the thing, right? So, that's, okay, I see you, baby Jesus. Where's Bob at, boo? I'm ready to take this off. Oh, he loves you, Justin. Look at Look at him.
Redemption might finally be knocking at Chrisean Rock's door. After months of controversy, criticism, and non-stop headlines, she's now focused on something bigger than the drama, proving she can rise above it all. And just when fans thought the chaos would never calm down, little Chrisean Jr. is showing major progress that has supporters cheering her on. But the spotlight quickly shifts as Blueface makes a flashy move. Buying his clown a car and sending social media into a frenzy? Is this growth, distraction, or another chapter in their unpredictable saga? The conversation around Chrisean Rock has never really been quiet. From viral arguments to courtroom moments to emotional live streams. It often feels like the world has watched every chapter of her life unfold in real time. But lately, something feels different. Instead of reacting to chaos, she appears to be trying to get ahead of it. Instead of feeding controversy, she's speaking about growth. And instead of focusing on drama, she's putting her energy into her son. For months, critics questioned whether Chrisean could truly shift her narrative. Social media can be unforgiving, and when someone becomes the center of repeated headlines, people start to expect more of the same. But redemption stories don't begin with perfection, they begin with intention. And in recent weeks, her tone has noticeably changed. She's been talking about stability, about structure, about building something healthier for herself and for Chrisean Jr. fans, who once doubted her are starting to admit they see effort. Small changes matter. Showing up consistently matters. Choosing calm over chaos matters. And when you're raising a child under the harsh glare of the internet, those changes become even more meaningful. What's really shifting public opinion, though, is the visible progress Chrisean Jr. is making. Supporters have pointed out developmental improvements and moments that show growth, strength, and responsiveness. Whether it's new milestones, increased awareness, or simple, joyful moments captured on camera, viewers are noticing a difference. For many fans, seeing her son thrive is more powerful than any public statement she could make. Motherhood has a way of reframing priorities. When Chrisean speaks now, there's a different weight to her words. She talks about wanting peace. She talks about breaking cycles. She talks about wanting her son to grow up with stability instead of spectacle. Those themes resonate because they're universal. Everyone understands the desire to give a child something better than what you had. Of course, the road to redemption is rarely smooth. There are still critics. There are still skeptics. Some believe the changes are temporary. Others think the spotlight itself makes it impossible to fully transform. But growth doesn't require universal approval. It requires consistency. Part of what makes this chapter so compelling is the contrast with the past. The public has seen Chrisean at her most reactive, emotionally charged, outspoken, sometimes unpredictable. Now, she seems more measured. That doesn't mean she's silent or subdued. It means she appears more aware. There's a difference between living in survival mode and living with intention. And then, just as the narrative begins to focus on redemption and progress, another headline hits. Blueface has never been far from the storyline. The complicated history between him and Chrisean has fueled countless debates, live streams, and viral moments. Their dynamic has often blurred the line between romance, rivalry, and reality TV spectacle. So when news spread that Blueface bought his clown a car, social media lit up instantly. Some saw it as a flex, others saw it as immaturity. A few interpreted it as a calculated distraction from the more serious conversations happening around parenting and personal growth. Whatever the intention, it shifted attention, and in today's media climate, attention is currency. The timing is what makes it intriguing. While Chrisean's story appears to be moving toward accountability and rebuilding, Blueface's move felt theatrical. It reminded audiences of the chaotic energy that once defined their joint headlines. And that contrast raises a bigger question. Can one person truly step into a new chapter while the other continues performing for the old one? It's important to note that public narratives are rarely as simple as hero and villain. Both individuals have their supporters and their critics. Both have made mistakes. Both have also shown vulnerability at different points. But right now, the emotional core of the conversation centers on a child, and that changes everything. When fans discuss Chrisean's redemption, they're really talking about stability for Chrisean Jr. They're talking about consistency, healthcare, emotional safety, and growth. They're talking about whether cycles can actually be broken in real time under the pressure of millions watching. The internet loves drama, but it also loves transformation. Redemption arcs are powerful because they give people hope. If someone can stumble publicly and still find a way to grow, it challenges the idea that mistakes define you forever. Chrisean's recent energy suggests she understands that redemption isn't about erasing the past. It's about responding differently in the present. It's about choosing responsibility even when it's not trending. It's about showing up on ordinary days, not just viral ones. At the same time, the noise hasn't disappeared. Every move is still analyzed. Every post is still dissected. The presence of Blueface in the broader narrative ensures that unpredictability remains part of the equation. His decision to buy a car for someone he labeled a clown sparked debates about priorities, maturity, and messaging. Some fans argue that flashy gestures and online antics distract from serious responsibilities. Others say it's simply entertainment and shouldn't be overanalyzed. But when children are involved, audiences naturally become more sensitive to what feels frivolous versus what feels foundational. The real test of redemption won't be a single viral week. It will be months of steady, quiet progress. It will be fewer explosive headlines and more stable routines. It will be measured not in views but in milestones, especially for Chrisean Jr. right now. There are glimpses of that possibility. Moments of calm, signs of growth, a shift in tone. That doesn't guarantee a perfect future, but it suggests awareness. And awareness is where change begins. Whether this chapter becomes a true turning point or just another pause before chaos depends on consistency. The public will keep watching. Supporters will keep rooting. Critics will keep questioning, but beyond the drama, beyond the car purchases and viral captions, there's a mother attempting to rewrite her narrative and a child steadily growing in front of millions. And sometimes redemption isn't loud. Sometimes it's simply showing up again and again until the story finally changes. As the dust from recent drama begins to settle, it's clear that Chrisean Rock is at a crossroads. For someone whose life has unfolded so publicly, each decision carries amplified consequences. Her efforts toward redemption aren't just about her own image, they're deeply intertwined with the well-being of Chrisean Jr. Fans who have followed the ups and downs of her life are watching closely, analyzing every post, every live stream, and every interview for signs of genuine change. One of the most notable shifts has been Chrisean's approach to parenting. Previously, her interactions with her son often sparked criticism. With social media highlighting moments of inattention or indulgence, now she appears more present, more deliberate, and more protective of his developmental milestones. Observers have noticed that she's taking steps to create a consistent routine, which is crucial for a child at Chrisean Jr.'s age. Even small actions like reading to him regularly, Engaging in structured play or setting clear boundaries can have a profound impact on both his emotional and cognitive growth. Chrisean Jr.'s progress has become a focal point for fans and critics alike. Social media clips show him reaching new milestones, interacting more meaningfully with his surroundings, and exhibiting signs of growing confidence. For many viewers, these glimpses are proof that change is possible, not just for Chrisean, but for the environment she's building around her son. Progress isn't always dramatic or instant, but even incremental improvements are a testament to dedication and care. Amid this positive shift, Blueface's involvement has added a complex layer to the narrative. The news that he bought his clown a car sparked a mix of amusement, criticism, and speculation. Some fans view the move as a lighthearted gesture, while others see it as another attempt to dominate the conversation or divert attention. Blueface has long been known for his unpredictable antics, and this latest headline fits squarely within that pattern. While Chrisean is working on stability and redemption, his flashy display serves as a reminder of how public perception can be easily swayed by spectacle. The contrast between Chrisean's quiet, steady efforts and Blueface's high-profile antics illustrates the broader tension in their shared narrative. It's not just about personal growth versus theatrics, it's about priorities. Chrisean is striving to build a foundation for her child, while Blueface's gestures, whether sincere or performative, can overshadow those efforts. This dynamic raises questions about responsibility, influence, the pressures of growing up in the public eye. Redemption, especially in the digital age, is never linear. For Chrisean, the path forward involves navigating both her own growth and the surrounding noise. Critics will remain vocal, eager to point out missteps, while supporters celebrate even small wins. Social media amplifies every moment, and the stakes are particularly high when children are involved. Every decision, from a daily routine to a viral interaction, carries implications for public perception. The evolution of Chrisean Jr. is, in many ways, a reflection of this environment. Children absorb more than we often realize, picking up on emotional cues, behavioral patterns, and relational dynamics. By prioritizing consistency and care, Chrisean is creating opportunities for her son to thrive despite the turbulence around him. Observers have noted that he's more engaged, more responsive, and displaying early signs of confidence, an encouraging indicator that her efforts are making a tangible difference. Yet, the shadow of past controversies still looms. Previous headlines about conflicts, legal issues, and viral confrontations continue to circulate online, reminding the public that transformation takes time. Redemption isn't about erasing history, it's about demonstrating sustained change. Chrisean seems to understand this implicitly. Her focus on stability, careful engagement, and attention to her son's growth signals a commitment to long-term progress, not just short-term approval. At the same time, Blueface's continued presence in the story underscores the unpredictability of life in the spotlight. His actions, whether intentional or impulsive, inject both drama and distraction. While Chrisean works toward creating an environment of growth, these external elements test her patience, resilience, and ability to maintain focus on what truly matters. The intersection of personal accountability and public performance becomes starkly evident when contrasting their approaches. For fans, the narrative is both captivating and instructive. It's a reminder that transformation is possible even under intense scrutiny. Chrisean's attempts at redemption demonstrate that growth requires more than words. It requires consistent action, thoughtful decision-making, and an unwavering focus on the people who depend on you most. For her son, each milestone and each step forward is a sign that these efforts are paying off. Meanwhile, public response reflects a spectrum of perspectives. Some celebrate Chrisean's growth and her focus on motherhood. Others remain skeptical, wary of potential missteps or distractions. This duality is a hallmark of redemption stories in the age of social media. The court of public opinion is always watching, often harshly. Yet the most important judgment lies not online, but in the daily realities of her life and her child's development. Ultimately, this chapter of Chrisean's life is defined by contrasts: past chaos versus present focus, public spectacle versus private progress, and external noise versus internal accountability. It's a story of resilience, the struggle to redefine oneself, and the tangible impact of intentional parenting. Through it all, Chrisean Jr.'s progress provides a grounding perspective, a reminder that the work being done behind the scenes can yield profound results, even if it doesn't always dominate the headlines as the public continues to watch. Chrisean's journey serves as both entertainment and a study in personal growth. Redemption isn't about instant applause or viral moments, it's about showing up every day, making deliberate choices, and nurturing the next generation. And in that sense, Chrisean Rock is proving that real change is possible, even in the most scrutinized circumstances, while her son flourishes amid careful guidance and care. As the narrative around Chrisean Rock continues to unfold, it's clear that this isn't just another viral story. It's a real-life illustration of growth under pressure. After months of controversy, Chrisean seems determined to redefine herself. Not for headlines or likes, but for the sake of Chrisean Jr. Her focus has shifted toward creating a stable, nurturing environment that fosters his development. And for many fans, this shift is both surprising and encouraging. Chrisean Jr.'s progress is particularly striking. Where before fans saw sporadic or chaotic moments, they now witness tangible milestones, from learning new skills to interacting confidently with his surroundings. The child's growth serves as a visible testament to Chrisean's consistent efforts. These small victories, often captured in social media clips, tell a story that goes beyond drama. They reveal the impact of care, attention, and structured routines. In a world where celebrity lives are often characterized by spectacle, this type of development is grounding and meaningful. At the same time, the public can't ignore the influence of Blueface. His recent gesture buying his clown a car has become a viral talking point. While some interpret the move as playful or generous, others see it as a distraction from more serious conversations about responsibility and parenting. The act underscores a recurring theme in Chrisean's life: the challenge of balancing personal growth with external pressures and unpredictable behavior from those around her. What makes this chapter compelling is the contrast between Chrisean's measured approach and Blueface's flashiness. While she is focusing on long-term stability, his actions are immediate, attention-grabbing, and sometimes polarizing. This dichotomy highlights a critical point. Redemption isn't about performing for an audience. It's about showing up consistently and intentionally, even when the world isn't watching. Chrisean's choice to prioritize her son's growth over spectacle demonstrates a level of maturity that many fans hadn't seen before. Of course, the journey is far from simple. Redemption is rarely linear, especially when your life is lived so publicly. There are still critics ready to call out missteps and skeptics questioning the permanence of her change. Yet, for every detractor, there are supporters who recognize effort and progress. The key, as Chrisean seems to understand, is persistence. Small intentional steps compound over time, creating a foundation that can withstand external noise and unexpected setbacks. Social media plays a dual role in this story. On one hand, it amplifies mistakes and fuels debate. On the other, it offers a platform to showcase growth and milestones. By documenting moments of progress, Chrisean not only proves her commitment but also inspires others who may be struggling to redefine themselves in the public eye. Her journey serves as a reminder that accountability and personal evolution are possible, even under intense scrutiny. Ultimately, the story isn't about viral moments, flashy gestures, or online feuds. It's about transformation and legacy. Chrisean's focus on her son and her efforts to create a positive environment reflect a deeper understanding of what matters most. Redemption, in this context, is defined not by applause but by consistent, meaningful action. It's about showing up, prioritizing the right values, and nurturing the next generation. as fans continue to watch. It's evident that this chapter represents more than just celebrity drama. It's a story of resilience, conscious growth, and the real impact of thoughtful parenting. While Blueface's actions may grab headlines, the lasting impression will likely come from Chrisean's dedication to her son and her commitment to rewriting her own narrative. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, her story reminds us that true redemption is measured not in viral clips, but in the steady, deliberate work that shapes the future. Chrisean Rock may still face challenges and public scrutiny, but her focus on growth, stability, and her son's development signals that this chapter could mark a turning point or redemption arc defined by action, accountability, and a vision for something better. Don't miss a moment of this real-life drama and redemption. Chrisean Rock is stepping up, showing the world that change is possible even under the harshest spotlight. From fighting to rebuild her life to focusing on Chrisean Jr.'s growth, she's proving that redemption isn't just a headline, it's action, consistency, and heart. Fans are watching every milestone, every moment of progress, and every decision that shapes her son's future. Meanwhile, Blueface is stirring the pot with his flashy moves, buying his clown a car and keeping social media buzzing. It's chaos, it's drama, and it's captivating, but the real story is about growth, family, and transformation. This is your front row seat to watch a mother reclaim her narrative and a child thrive in real time. Will Chrisean Rock continue her path of redemption? Can Chrisean Jr. keep making progress amid the chaos? And how will Blueface's antics impact the story? Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on this evolving saga. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you rooting for redemption, or do you think the drama will continue? Join the conversation and witness every twist in this incredible journey.